Yes, hello everyone, and welcome to our second edition of our business seminar tonight. I've tried to manage to make this video for us because I'm also busy with some other program. I believe you will watch this video from the beginning to the end so that you can understand better what we are going to be discussed today. And probably in the next week, I will have time to be live with you and to continue with this business seminar. So, in a nutshell, let's quickly look at what I have for us today on our business seminar. I remember the last time we've talked about the financial literacy on how to liberate ourselves for financial stress. And I took you through some lots of series of steps on what we can do, the component of financial literacy, and we all, give some positive response. People are saying they like the video, they really enjoy it, they've learned a lot from it. So for tonight, we wanted to look deep in more details or more deeper into this how to have or how to set your own business, be it an online business or an offline business. So the first thing that we need to understand when we are talking about business setup is the mentality. Hello? Is what? Is the mentality. How do you perceive business? When we say business, what comes to your mind? What do you think business is? So we need to work on our mentality before we can become a successful business. If you are a kind of person who believe I cannot make it in business, if you're a kind of person who believe that I don't think I have more to say about business, so your mentality or your perspective about business determines how long or how far you will go in the business. Are we together on that? So we the first thing we need to do is to work around our mentality about business. So when talking about mentality, we need to change our perspective of what we perceive a business is all about. So if you are trying to organize to set up an online business or you wanted to start an offline business, then you need to work around your mentality of what you think business is all about or what other people thought the business is all about. So starting a business involves planning. You need to plan for it. You need to do some market research. You need to acquire knowledge where there is need for it. You need to acquire the legal aspect of it. Um, then the major questions that come to your mind is, how do I find a product to sell? Right? Then what is the right business model that I can use? What are the best channels of marketing? So those are the things that we are going to cover in this series of business setup. But the first thing I'm trying to introduce to you tonight is the ability to work on your mentality about what business is all about. Because if you will be successful in business, it all starts from your mind. Mm. So if you are looking to become a successful businessman or woman, it all starts from where? From your mind. Because mind is where it's a processing unit. So our mind is our processing unit. So what we do, action or in reality, is being processed by what comes in our mind. And the product of your mind, it determines the actions that we see in natural. I don't know if you're getting it. So what your mind tells you, how your mind programming is determines about the results that you are going to get in the natural. So if you are to be successful in natural, you must be able to have a positive mindset about business. So we need to work on our mind. I've seen a lot of African men and women who who are not successful in business, and it all starts with what projected or what programming in the mind. Because out of abundance, according to the Bible, is the mind speaketh. So, which means out of what goes on in your mind determines how successful you will become in a business. So, if we are to start an online business as we are moving on in this series, you must work along or within your mentality about how to set up a business. Okay. Then number two is what you call a consistency. What? A consistency, ability to continue doing the same thing you are doing continuously. So if you are looking to become a successful businessman and woman, you must activate ability to be consistent, because business needs someone to be consistent, be it online or offline. Ask those guys who are making skits on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. They will tell you that they are not going to cash out if they are not consistent in what they are doing. So, for you to have a reward at the end, you must be able to learn on how to be consistent in what you are doing. Consistency is the key in business management. So, if you are to become successful in business, you must activate how to be consistent in that business. I mean, if you are selling a cloth, for instance, if you are selling some dresses, maybe the women dress or men dress, you must be consistent in how to get those things off to your final consumers. So they should not be waiting for the product to be at hand. So you must be consistent in where you are getting your raw materials. You must make sure that you are consistent in delivering the product to the final consumers, to your customers. So consistency is the key and is the heart of a business. Is the ability to continue doing what you are doing continuously. There are some times when you set up an online business, there are no people punching on your products, there are no requests, there are no views, there are no likes. Still, you have to apply the key of what? Consistency. You continue doing it. You'll be surprised that Coca-Cola that we know today, they only sold only 15 bottles of Coca-Cola the first year they started. Coca-Cola production, they sold only 15 bottles across the globe the first year of starting Coca-Cola. And today, look at Coca-Cola. It's the major product in terms of drinks in all continents of the world. Consistency, ability to continue doing the same thing you are doing continuously. So if you are to be successful in business, be it an online business or offline business, you must apply this very key, consistency. Okay, so let's move on to slide 3. Then now I want to give you 10 steps. I want to give you 10 steps to start your own business. What are the 10 steps that you will need to start a business? If you have your written materials, please, this is the right time to write something down. If you are using your cell phone, your iPad, your computer, you can screenshot and keep it saved. So let's move to the 10 steps to start your own business. I may not be able to finish all these steps, all these 10 steps tonight, but I'm promising you I will do another video that will cover the remaining steps. So let's get in there for step number 1. Step number 1 is choosing a business idea. Hello? Step number 1 is what? Choosing a business idea. For you to start a business, it all comes from idea. It's an idea that gives birth to a business. Ideas is like a foundation upon which your business is going to be built on. So which means you need to have a business idea. What are the things you wanted to sell? And you remember the last week I was talking to you about 3 things that people sells online. You remember I said people sells what? Products. People sells what? Service or services. And the third one, I told you that people sells the talent or the skills. And I remember that's where I was actually saying I'm giving you a small work to do, to go and think about what you have that you can put online. If you don't have the products, if you don't have the services, you should have a talent or skills that someone in need of it and you can put online and make money from it. Are we together? So what I'm saying to you in step number 1 is you need to choose a business idea. And the question that people usually ask me is, business idea, where will I get it from? And I used to tell you very simple answers is that everywhere you are is a convalent where you can choose a business idea. Whatever you see, whatever you hear, they all prompt you to an idea about business. Let me come down. Let me speak more like an African way. What I'm trying to say is that whatever or wherever you are is a build up, it's an idea for the business. For instance, if you are in a church, you can easily, prompt in a business idea. At the end of the service in your church, no one is selling anything. People just go. You can ask your pastor that you want to put a small table at the outside of your church so that the kids, women, actually maybe in the middle of the service, they want to have a bottle of water or have some chappies or some sweets, biscuit for the kids. You are making money. So you create a business idea just inside your church. So wherever you are is a build up for a business idea. If you are in your house, you are watching the TV or you are listening to the radio, you can easily grab an idea for the business. You are working in your streets, in your community. There is every adventure that we can grab a business idea. And that is what I said, everywhere you find yourself is a build up for the business idea. So, which simply means you can easily get an idea from anyone, from anywhere. It's for you to recognize it as an idea of a business mindset. So many small business ideas are available for you to pursue, including ventures you can run from your home. Look at your community. And I used to tell my students, I used to tell them, I said, for you to have a business, you must ready to solve a problem. Or let me reverse it a bit. Let me say, to make money, let's put it in that way. I think that one will be more clear to everyone. To make money, you need to ready to solve someone's problem. Your development or your money making is in the secret of you solving someone's problem. Okay, now I'm teaching you and I'm training you. I'm solving a problem that some of you does not know on how to start a business. I comes in, I'm solving the problem for you, and I'm making money from you. So what it simply means is that for you to make money or become a successful business, you must ready to solve someone's problem. Someone's problem is tasty. They need water. Then you comes in to produce a water bottle or a sachet of water. So you are selling your water in order to solve someone's taste. So for you to make money, you must ready to sell. You must ready to do what? To solve someone's problem. So now look at your community where you are. In your country where you are. Is there any problem you can solve within your community that you need, that people need this? People really want to know this. they really need this. Then that is when you comes in to solve the problem. So you choose your business idea from every aspect, from everywhere you can find yourself. I think that one is clear to everyone. So let's move to step number 2. Research your product and your audience. Research your products and your audience. So once you understood your business idea, the next thing is for you to research on that particular product, and also you need to research on your audience. You must understand the kind of business you are venture into. You must understand the audience, your final consumers, your customers, who is going to purchase this product or services from you. You can't be selling a winter clothes in summer. Who is going to buy it? It's a good idea. It's a good business idea, but in the wrong hours. So you can't be selling a winter cloth in summer. You can't sell a summer cloth in winter. So you must research about your product, ability to know the consistency about the product. How will I get the raw materials? From where? The retailers who's going to supply you the product and your services, where are they? Are you going to have access to those things regularly? Before you start the business, you need to understand your market research. You need to look at those your counterparts who are already in the business before you comes in. How are they doing? How are they making the money? What will I do different that will make my own product or services different from them? When we are planning to start our online programs, I could remember we check on other online programs across Africa. We try to check on different programs, different academy, different university, different training academy online. We are looking at how are they doing it, what modules, how are they implementing their courses to various students across Africa. Then we come up with our own version. You know what? You guys we're not requesting you to pay. Just enter to your course, register and start learning. And pay when you are successfully completed your course. Then people are asking, what kind of system is that? How are you going to get the money? We are doing something different from what others have been doing because we want to produce a different result. Then we go on to say, you know what? We are not going to look at anybody's curriculum or modules online. Then we use the latest technology, artificial intelligence, to create our courses, to create our modules. So which make it more differ from what people have been doing online before. Research, power of research. In business, we call it a market research. Ability to know what is already on ground in the business you want to start. Believe me honestly, there are some people already in that business before you come in. So if you are coming in now, you must come with the strategies that will outpower them in order for you to start making money. You want to start making skits. There are a lot of skit makers on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. And they are doing well. They are making money. They are releasing. So if you are coming in now for a skit maker, you have to do something different from what they are doing that will outpower what they are doing that will give you your own money. Are we together? So simply what I'm saying is that before you get your business idea, you need to also have a research. You have to research on the particular business you want to venture in. And research comes in different way. You might even go to people who knows that business and learn from them. You can go on your internet to go and start making the research. Go to your Google and tell Google to give you more details about this business. You can go to your YouTube to watch some successful stories about those who have already successful in that particular business you wanted to do. Then you research about your products you want to sell or the services. How are they relevant to your final consumers? Are they really need it? Where are you going to be getting those things from? Is that going to be regular? So all those things you have to understand before you can venture to it, be it online or offline. Then when you have research on this, you also have to research on your audience, the kind of person that your product or services will attract. Are you selling product for student products? Is it for a men's product or women's product or multi-sex or whatever? So you have to know the kind of audience that we purchase or that we patronize your product or your services. So research in business, we call it a market research, is ability to understand what is already on ground and how to come up with your own strategies to make money with your business. That is step number 2. Let's move on to step number 3. Write a business plan or a business proposal. A business plan helps you to get a clear on how to manage the key aspects of your business. I've seen a lot of people who said, me, I have everything in my head. I know what to do. No, it doesn't work like that. Even if you want to sell a biscuit, you must write a business plan. How do I want to sell this biscuit? How much am I going to buy them? How much am I intend to sell them? How much am I going to gain at the end of the month? So a business proposal or a business plan is necessary, is required for a successful businessman or woman. Have you ever seen a government entity where you went to borrow money or to lend money? They ask you to go and bring your business plan, isn't it? Yes, they ask you to go and bring your business proposal. Why are they asking you to bring it? In as much as you know, you understand the business, they still ask you to go and bring your business plan. Or you have somebody who want to assist you, financially in your business. The person will ask you, where is your business plan or your business proposal? Why are they asking for this? It's because they want to have the clear picture of how you are going to manage your business. I used to tell my students, show me your business plan and I will tell you if you'll be successful or not. It's very simple. It's like this Yoruba, this African ages that says, show me your friend and I will tell you the kind of person you are. So I will tell you, show me your business plan or your business proposal and I will tell you if you'll be a successful businessman or woman. Because your business, in fact, the first 3 pages of your business proposal will tell me if you are going to make it or lose it. So you need to understand how to come up with a business plan if you are going to be successful in business. Don't tell me, no, I have everything in my head. I know what to do. My father is also successful in this. My mother is doing it before. No, you need to write it down. Business plan. We call it a business plan or business proposal. You need to write them down. We want to see it in written form, package and seal. And that is when you will really understand better about this business plan. Make or source product. Make or source product. So if your product is an handmade item, you can choose an appropriate space in your home to carry out the production. So if you design to be manufactured in a factory, so you likely need to find a supplier partners. So you need to understand where to get those raw materials from. So you need to make or source your product so that you can have a consistency, as we mentioned in the beginning, that you need to be consistent when you are talking about business. Business need consistency. So for you to be relevant to your final consumer, for you to be relevant to the people, you need to know the source of your products on how to get your product down to your final consumers. And if we are online, also the same thing applies to an online business. So you need to understand on how to make your products or your items relevant to the people and make it available for your final consumers on online so that they can pre-made for it and so on and so forth. So step number 4, after your idea of the business, you have make your market research, you need to make or source the product so that you can be made available and be consistent to your final consumers, be it online or an offline. Step number 5, develop a brand. Develop what? Develop a brand. So when we are talking about business, we need to talk about the brand of the business. You need to understand what the brand is all about. So the brand simply lets you understand on how to convey yourself and how to make your product more available to the final consumers in the thing. So it makes it easily for you to make your final program to be to be relevant to your final consumers. So brand in its own is a very crucial building trust to your customers. They wanted to understand what your product is all about. They want to understand the nature of your product. They want to understand the color of your product. For instance, if I send my child to go and buy me a Coca-Cola, so it can't come with a Fanta. They are two different things. Fanta and Coca-Cola. Why? Because he understands the brand of Coca-Cola is totally different from the brand of Fanta. So we must understand what strong brand you want to create within your business environment. Um, and this is where I will be stopping for this first phrase. I don't want it to be too long so that you can understand everything together. So I will leave it here for today. So watch the video from the beginning to the end, and also try to comment on YouTube, comment on the video, tell me well what you think about it and what else do you want me to lay emphasis on in my next video. Then in the next video, I will continue with the remaining 5 steps on how to start a successful online or offline business. So thank you everyone for watching. I will get back to you very soon for the continuation of this video. Thank you and God bless.